Hello, everyone, and welcome. Oh, I am so excited for this. Get ready to settle in because it is absolutely story time. And you know what? I am as proud as a peacock to be sharing this one with you today. Oh, I bet you have. Of course you have. It's got to be one of the most famous stories in the whole wide world. But what if I told you that the story you know, well, what if it isn't the only one? Yep, that's right. We are about to dive into not one, but two incredible and totally different Cinderella stories. Seriously, this is going to be so much fun. Okay, first things first. You know every great story needs a great hero, right? So let's meet the two awesome girls at the heart of our tales. All right, so first up, we've got Zoe. She lives in a world just like ours, right now, and she is super into school, especially math and science. Then we have Kwan. Now, she lived a long time ago. And get this, her name actually means strong, which is just the perfect name for her, and you are about to find out why. Okay, so here's the thing about Cinderella stories. No matter which one you read, they always start with the really big, totally unfair problem that our hero has to deal with. So let's check out what kinds of challenges Zoe and Kwan are facing. Oh, poor Zoe. So her stepbrother, Finn, is kind of tricky, and he makes it look like she used their mom's computer when she wasn't supposed to. And what happens? Her mom grounds her. That means no big party with her best friend Randall. And even worse, she has to do Finn's chores, mowing the entire lawn. And what about Kwan? Well, her problem comes from her stepmother and stepsister, who are super jealous. They want to go to this big, fun festival, but not with her. So they give her a task that's basically impossible: weed the entire huge garden all by herself. But hold on a second. Just when things look like they can't get any worse, that's usually when a little bit of magic shows up, right? And for these two girls, oh boy, does it show up in some seriously amazing ways. So just when Zoe's thinking, well, that's it, I'm gonna miss the party, her neighbor, Mrs. Fortuna, appears with these bright red garden shears. But listen, these are not your average shears. They literally fly out of her hands and zip around, mowing the whole lawn in just a couple of seconds. It was so cool, absolutely thrilling. Okay, and Kwan, she's just staring at this massive garden, and suddenly this giant brown cow just appears out of thin air and says, "I'll eat the weeds." And you know what? It did. Just like that, in a flash, every last weed was gone. How amazing is that? Think about how different their magical helpers are. One gets flying garden tools and the other gets a talking cow. Wild. And you know what? The magic is not even done yet. Mrs. Fortuna gives Zoe these incredible, superb golden tennis shoes. And for Kwan, a whole flock of songbirds flies down from the sky, and they bring her a beautiful robe and these tiny, delicate slippers. All right, now they're ready to go. So they both look fantastic, right? And they are on their way. But I think you know the story. Something is about to happen to the shoe. Oh no, you guys. Zoe's rushing to get to the party, and one of her amazing golden shoes comes untied, and it just tumbles right off her foot, smack into the middle of the road. And then, can you believe it? Squish. A giant city bus runs right over it. Her gorgeous golden shoe is completely flat. Talk about a modern-day fairy tale problem. And Kwan has some tough luck, too. As she's running across a little bridge, she trips, and one of her perfect little slippers goes flying, splush, right into the river, and the current just whisks it away. Now, I know losing a shoe sounds like a total disaster, but not in these stories. Oh no, this is actually where the fairy tale really begins. You see, every one of these stories has a happy ending, and I am so proud to tell you how these two super clever girls find theirs. So get this. When Zoe shows up to the party with only one shoe, does her friend Randall laugh? Nope. He thinks it's awesome. He says, "Cool," and he gets everyone to take off one of their shoes to match her. And on the other side of things, the prince actually finds Kwan's slipper floating in the river, and he searches the entire kingdom to find who it belongs to. He sees her for who she really is, strong and beautiful. It really goes to show you that a happy ending can look different for everyone. It can be about amazing friends, or it can be about finding true love. So in the end, Zoe got to be celebrated by all her friends, which was pretty much her biggest wish come true. And as for Kwan, the prince found her, looked right at her, and said, "You are strong and beautiful. Please marry me." So you see, two totally different girls with two very different paths, but both got their own equally happy ending. So what did we learn from these two awesome stories? Well, we basically figured out the secret recipe for a fairy tale. You need some make-believe characters and events, you need a big problem to solve, you usually need a little dash of magic, and you always need a happy ending. And that leaves me with one last question for you. If you got to be in a fairy tale, what kind of magical helper would you want to show up?